So yeah, everyone looks like they're looking like there's quite a lot of shorts in there. This is a high risk setup, obviously, because I'm trying to just time straight into resistance. But these things can play out. And like I said, I'll explain the trade, over and over again. But I'm long from $20,000, and it's up about $550,000 right now. So with this trade here, I'm basically, in essence, taking profit of $250,000. If we do go to my stop loss and get stopped out, my actual long, which I already have open, will cover, obviously, that. But I will lose an amount of profit. But I think it's a pretty decent risk to reward here. I do expect this to come up a little bit first. But ultimately, the highs are there. And if we come down to my take profit, you can see on the screen right now, the TP is here. If we come down to that, it's going to be an extremely juicy profit. I actually probably will move this and add more take profits if we do come down. This is just to give you an idea of the general setup trade we've got here. This will change slightly. The take profit will change. The stop loss will not change. This is pretty much good for me. We're at about, I don't know the exact number in terms of like what is it, but it's about 3-to-1 risk to reward on this in terms of coming down. Yeah, so with Bybit, you can trade on Bybit. Use the link above to get an account. You get a big bonus and stuff like that. But Bybit will have KYC, but it'll only be nominal, small KYC. If you don't want to do KYC, use OKX. There's a link in the description as well to OKX, and they literally don't take any actual ID card from you to trade. So you can actually sign up with OKX. You don't use an ID card. You can just put like your name and your address. That's all you have to do, and you can trade. And just say that you're above age or some shit. But yeah, I'm just going to be chilling here, legends. I'll try and get some music pumping, but I don't know. If you guys can all, I'd appreciate if you hit the like button there, guys. That'd be great. And if you are new to trading, guys, check out the sponsors. Bybit is our main channel sponsor, so you can say thanks to Bybit for this video because I'm using their exchange. I'm literally using their platform right now. All of this money is my own money, so obviously, when I'm putting money to work in the markets, when I'm using a platform like Bybit, they're going to be getting those fees. So, they are ultimately the channel partner, the channel sponsor, and they're going to be making money off this as well. So go give them some respect in the chat, and go and give them some love. In respect in the chat, what am I even saying? Go and click the link above, guys, because the bonus MDX link for Bybit, that will firstly get you a big bonus in the exchange, and also it'll help support this channel, etc. And also use OKX. If you don't want to use Bybit, use OKX. I have my own DEX coming soon. So this trade's working out quite nicely, guys. Like I said, this channel is strictly going to be Degen. This is Degen only. And, this is not exactly an ideal, if I was going to do more of a MDX real trade, I would probably ladder into this a little bit more. But for the viewer, to make the videos fun, I will Degen in harder with higher leverage at 10x. Is usually higher than I use as well. And I'll put all the money on 1 point so we can get the Sato kind of shit going. But if we do get this move back down, it's going to be interesting. If we do lose this area, which, we see it as resistance where I thought we were, we have actually come down quite significantly. Now, I expect this to come up a little bit on the 1 minute, and this wick's looking pretty good. But, it wouldn't actually surprise me to see it come up a little bit more on this. But just for the video's sake, I just wanted to get the short in because, obviously, this will be fun to track this trade, all that kind of jazz. By the way, guys, these are the MDX indicators, so you can see they actually do give you a buy and sell call as well. So if you put the signals on, let's just track the trade a little bit longer. Degen only on this specific video, okay? So you can see it has a buy and sell call. So the last sell was there, nice buy there. And you can see this actually does catch buy and sell calls on the market. And you use the oscillators as well. So this is actually the MDX indicators. You can get those at mdxalgo.com. You can come to here, guys. Just go to mdxalgo.com and get the software we have. It's very, very powerful. I'll get rid of that. So yeah, it's this is what we do, buy and sell calls. For now, what I'll do is I'll put the arrows on just to make it so it's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, So aesthetics are very crucial in this game. Make it look nice, all that jazz. So ideally, I want to see it nuke all the way fucking down. High leverage, high risk, of course. Yeah, this is 10x leverage, so this is higher leverage than I would usually use. Ultimately, like I said to you, this trade here is me taking profit from a long from $20,000. I have a long from 20K, which is around 500 and something odd thousand, $500,000 profit. So if I short here, I'm anticipating we might get a lower high. So right now, the trade is in profit. I could potentially take this down, this stop loss, and just go straight break even now. And or just take profit. But I'm just going to, for the viewer, I'm going to leave this trade. I'm not going to change this trade. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. I'll probably lose $20,000 on this, but it's okay because if the market rallies, I still have a long from 20,000. Okay, so that's all good. In essence, I look at this as a head short down, and it actually I want it to go underwater, because if it goes underwater, then I'm the next Sato. I'm the new Sato in the building, right? I want to just have my head in my hands. I will turn on my camera in a minute. I'm just going to let this trade run. We've got 200 people in here, guys. Absolutely nail that like button to the cross. If you can nail the like button to the cross, that helps a lot. Also, go and check out the channel sponsors. There's 2 links in the description to Bybit and OKX. If you don't want to do KYC, use OKX, because they don't take any KYC details. They only take your name and your address, and that's it. No ID card. Bybit does have it, but you can trade on Bybit now in the UK. You can't in the US, but most of the world you can trade with Bybit, and because it's a great, big exchange these days, you can be pretty sure that the KYC process is okay now. Can we please dump further now? I want to see it go lower. Yeah, Mike C's in the building. What's up? I have a liquidation addiction. Guys, ask me questions in the chat as well. I put it onto subscribe only, so there'll probably be slightly different people in here, but if you hit the subscribe button, you'll be able to do in the chat. So guys, if you can all go in the chat and ask me questions, that'd be great. Keep me something to do while we watch this trade play out throughout the day. I'm going to be chilling here, leaving the position open. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. That's how it works. That's how these things go. Ultimately, I would like it to nuke all the way down to 25 right now, and I would be very, very happy. I just bought 1,000 BT calls. Nice. Nice. Yeah, well, if we do fail here, it's going to be, there's no guarantee. Obviously, this is trading, but I just see this being quite a good logical SR. And right as of now, if I just marked it out of this position, I'd have a decent profit on it. But I'm not going to do that. I'm literally just going to, I will change the take profit for sure. This is just giving you an idea of where I think it would be a good place to have a take profit from a short here, because then you're getting a good risk to reward here to break the lows. But, if we did come down to here, I might even take half off, take the initial off as well. But again, if we do come up and tag my stop loss, then I'll lose 20k. But that's fine because I have my longs from lower down. What's your opinion on BMX? I don't know what BMX is. It just sounds like MDX, but messed up, or DMX. Don't know what BMX is. What's your best cocktail mix to go along with these shorts? I'm wearing some red shorts right now, actually. I'm wearing some red shorts with pineapples on them. So there's a pineapple. There's miniature pineapples all over my red shorts I'm wearing right now. I'm actually wearing no t-shirt because I'm in a hot country. I could actually turn the camera on. You can probably see what's going on outside. But I'm kind of chilling out. I'll get a t-shirt on so I don't, I'll get a little shirt on for you, leggies. Fucking hell. Don't want to ruin what's happening. Thing is, my camera might be in the way of the position size. We don't want to do that, do we? Oh, I don't know what's going on, really. Let's have a look. So I don't know if you can see me now. 4K camera, I think you probably can. Let me just make sure this is full screen so you can see everything. Guys, it's right in the way, isn't it? So I'm gonna have to move this to like the order book section. I'll just leave it there for the time being. It looks okay. Does that look good, guys? Does that look okay? Let me make sure that's all look it like that. Yeah, I just came, I just went for a nice little walk, do the hair, make everything look tasty. You know what's cracking out here. I want to see it nuke even further. Yeah, it's a pretty decent view. I could actually show you the view. I don't know if this is going to work. I'll probably fuck the camera up. But it's you can actually see, maybe this will work. You can actually see down there, there's like a nice, the sea and the swimming pool's there as well. So I could leave it like that so you guys can see it. Anyway, why do you fucking want to look at the swimming pool? We want to look at the trades, legends. We want to look at the dumps. I just want it to absolutely nuke right now, because then I would be in some decent profit aruniente. But, you know, whatever's going to happen, happen. I told you from the beginning that this trade is on the YOLO account. So this is, you know, I'm not saying for you guys to go and giga short this right now here. This is just me trying to make it so it looks good for the viewer, give you a good shot. And then also as well, you got to remember, you know, I got my longs from 20. So if I get stops out on this trade, you know, so be it. I'll just lose 20k of the profit I made. I'm in like 500 and something thousand profit from 20k. You can go on my Twitter and check out the P&Ls. What do you think about a gold short here? I'm kind of just going to track this position, but I think gold, yeah, I just going completely from what I looked at yesterday, I think gold could be decent. Also, SPX is breaking down right now as well. So SPX is on the downside. Ha! I smell a legend VIP party coming in. Yes, you do, baby. Guys, we've got 200 people in here. If you could all mash that like button to the cross, that'd be great. Missed the MDX server, man. Almost been 2 years already. Hook me up. Missed the MDX server. So yeah, I don't know, man. Just go to mdxalgo.com. You can get the MDX server for $30 right now. $30 you can get the VIP group. Just go to mdxalgo.com. Is the internet okay? I think it's okay. Also, legends as well. Check out the channel sponsors. There is a link pinned on the side. Create an account with Bybit and OKX. They are in the description below. They're the best exchanges. And also there's a bigger, if there's going to be a thing where if you sign up to Bybit with my link, you will be able to get a month off from MDX Algo. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Trying to start YouTube, Twitter, etc. Any tips? Don't know really. You know, the main things I would say is probably try and aim for putting out content which is real, like not fakey kind of bullshit stuff. You know, like you get all these like scammers who are just trying to get like clicks where it's like, you know, just fakey kind of not real content. Just be authentic, real, put out good content, video content as well. It's good. Is it laggy? Is it nice and smooth? First time on this channel. Excellent interview. Yeah, no worries. Crypto Star, welcome, brother. Hit the subscribe button to get in. And also, guys, if you can all mash that like button, if we can get to 200 likes, that'd be great. We've got the position open. We'll see how this one goes. We've got 250k short right now. Ultimately, if we go on a lower time frame, you know, it would be good if this breaks down. I think looking at the 1 minute, it has definitely severely broken something, but I think it could definitely continue a bit higher on this. If it finds support around here, there's not much here, but if it did find significant support, you know, it is probably going to go up into this actual resistance area here. You can see this red zone here. This is where, you know, I think the actual short would probably be better, but I just put it on now just because I was like, fuck it, you know, might as well just do a stream. Ha! Thanks for keeping my MDX sub low, by the way. Yeah, so for anyone who got MDX algo from like years ago when it was only the lowest price, I think it was like $30 a month or something, or $25 a month. And all those people, we've never changed your subscription. So whatever time you get in, it's better. And if you want to beat inflation, you might as well get in early. So get MDX algo. And like the thing is, we have thousands of people using the software, but we just don't have that many people in the Discord. So I always say to people, join the freaking Discord. Like, why don't you join the Discord? Because the Discord is where I'm putting the calls out. All right, come on. Let's real nuke this right now. We've got the position set. If we just came all the way back, like down to here, it'd be really nice. I'd be tempted to take some of that off. I'm tempted just to market some out. This is strictly this channel. This specific Degen live channel. It's going to be strictly market in, market out, 10x leverage. That's it. See if we can flip this account. mdxalgo.com. That's it. Yeah. But yeah, also guys, check out the channel sponsors. If you want to trade these markets on this exchange, you see, click the link which is pinned, and also below you can get to like thousands of dollars for free. So there's 30k and 20k. I would say use Bybit and use OKX if you don't want to do KYC. There's no KYC with OKX. You just have to put in like some details, but there's no card or anything or ID card you need to use. You can just put in some info like name, address, and stuff like that. Stop losses above the high. So risk to reward in terms of 25k is my target. So we're looking at about 3-1 here. Stop losses above the high. I could move this down to this high we just made. As you know, in essence, I could do that because now this is in profit. I could even move the stop into break even right now because obviously we are in profit. So if I just did a break even trade and then we go and do another leg up, you know, that means I haven't lost anything. So I'm preserving my capital. You know, I could probably do a little bit of wishy. I just want to leave the position how I like it. This is how I would trade because I do think it could come into here a little bit further. And if it does come up into this a little bit further, you know, then, you know, it's going to go underwater. But I do have more ammunition to add more shorts as well. We started this account with 50, now I'm 51.7, but obviously we're going to see what happens on this because I do think it could come up a little bit higher, actually. I don't think... If we lose here now, it could be a bit of a flushy. If it, we'll keep an eye on price action. If it wants to hold here and then come back in, you know, I could just take this at break even and then just try and hit the next one. But ultimately, I just want to leave the position. If I get stopped out, I lose 20k. You know, fuck it. I'm in a $550,000 profit from 20, so if I lose 20 off that, I don't really mind. Like I said, guys, I look at this as a short, but it's almost like a hedge short because I have that big long from 20,000. But guys, hit that like button as well. 270 people in here. Let's absolutely nuke this shit, legends. All the way back. Let's one candle, one chad, all the way down to 25. Just like this, okay? All the way down. Just see you on the flippers. Goodbye, legends. That would be very, very juicy trade. You know, it is a low high, and also SPX isn't looking great. You know, SPX, that's Dixie actually. Is that Dixie? No, that's sorry. SPX is looking like, you know, maybe a little bit more up now to here, but I've said from the very beginning, I think this is coming down to support around here, SPX. It's getting an orange dot now. So SPX has come down and Bitcoin's gone up. Instead, it's done the inverse of that. Get that red Chad, legends. Yeah, about 12k. Yeah, maybe. I haven't 100% looked at the exact amounts. This is... Oh, there's a cat right there, legends. You're right, legend. Hey! What are you looking at me for, bro? Enjoying the sun. Yeah, so this is... I want to make this very clear, legends. This account is a YOLO leverage account. There's a little cat down here, legends. Hello. Look at him. Can you see this? This is going to be a bit random for the stream, but I don't know if you can... Oh, he's fucked off. Anyway. So, yeah, basically... Yeah, this is... If I was actually really going to take my time and take this trade, I would ladder into it a little bit slower. But for argument of the video, to make it good, I just went straight in with it. And also, I got a big long from 20, and I've been buying spot, you know, 16, 5, 17, 18. So I got a big spot position. I got a big long, which is like 500k in profit. So if I lose 12k, you know, it might be a little bit whatever. But I'm prepared to take that trade because, you know, if we do fail here and it's a lower high, and then that is it, you know, we are going to go lower to 25, which I do think is quite probable, actually, at some point. You know, this is looking to me like it's just a retest of the high. Like this, up to here, back down, fanny around, and potentially even break down later on in the few months. A little bit later than that, probably. It'll probably take... I'm sorry, a little bit earlier than that. Looks to me like there's some, you know... There's some exhaustion here. You know, that's come up very quickly. Is that the 4 hour? No, sorry, that is... yeah, that is the 12 hour. So the 12 hours now coming into here, you know, into overbought. And the 12 hour is pretty good at hitting those levels. The 4 hours probably coming up as well. Hourly coming down now. So, you know, there's some decent indications there on higher time frames for crypto. Also, you can see here on Z hourly that we're coming into overbought as well. So a few things pointing that to the right direction there for me anyway. But we'll see. If I get stopped, I get stopped. If I don't, I don't. It's just one trade. Make it all back. One trade. Guys, hit that like button as well, guys. If we can get 280 likes, that'd be amazing. Let me have a look at the title. I am 250,000. I am 250k, let's put. 250k short right now. Come and join me, sir. Come and join me, guys. What about daily? Let's have a look at daily. I'll look at it on normal. I like 12-hour on crypto. It's really, really powerful. Daily's probably going to be coming up. So, you know, let's see how far this can move towards today. But we probably had the move for today anyway. Daily could come up, though. Weekly is obviously going to be coming down still. So the weekly's been overbought for a while. Monthly is obviously going to be swinging back up like we like to see. So daily, not ideal. You know, could still come up. 12-hour, not even there yet. So coming up. 4-hour is pretty much there. Hourly there. So daily, I think will probably happen is during the day. If we come and fanny around up here, this will probably slide up during this day. And then maybe tomorrow. You know, ultimately, I do think this could be a lower high here and then come back down. You know, arguably this could be... this is looking like it could be something coming in some type of formation. Trying to break above the moving averages now. But I like trading 12-hour on Itty Bitty. 12 hours very, very good at, like, you know, just swinging. It's swinging. Now we're at the top side. So within the another half of this day, we could come all the way down a bit lower and then the day could continue higher. We'll see. We'll see, leggies. We'll see, legends. We will see. Big shout out to the channel sponsor as well, Bybit. You can see on the screen, Bybit are G's. Create a brand new account with the link above and you will get a big bonus. You can see it below. Make a new account, deposit, and also if you do make an account with the link, you will be able to get, eventually, this is coming soon, but you will be able to get your first month free for MDX Algo. So you might already have an account with my link. Then what we're going to do is have a system where you put in the ID number. If you put in the ID number and it's correct and it's verified, you then get your first month back. So if you want to get a free month in the future with MDX Algo, just make an account with my link above and you will be ready. It will be done probably in the next couple of weeks. So that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, check the banter bar. Banter bar, baby. Banter my banters. Hello, Daria. How's it going? I'm on stream. Come and say hello. With all the stuff.
Hey,
yeah,
hi.
avocado. How you doing?
Salad.
Yeah, can you make us some food, please?
Yeah.
I love you.
Everything you want.
Oh, really? Let's go. Okay, my Daja. Let's go. Anything you want. Okay, I want to have a steak. I want you to tickle my nuts.
Okay, this is I can do right now.
Okay, come. Crikey, Mikey. Right, that's good. Okay, that's another whole channel. We're gonna make a new channel called. Wait, what happened to this? Why is it so loose? Ah, here we go. Hey, can you still hear me, legends? Yeah, that's gonna be a new channel. All right, that's a new channel. It's gonna be called MDX Only, and it's not gonna be only me. It's gonna be other people involved as well. When OnlyFans, fuck it hell. Can we nuke it, please? MDX just got liquidated down there. I'm up, baby. That's a good one. I'm up. Might be getting licked, but I'm up. Smell my fingers, baby. Yeah, this is going to come up a little bit, I think. It's going to bounce up. And then we have to see if it's going to get above this area. You know, I could do a break-even trade right now and just slide it down so then I can't lose the trade. You know, it's 1.4 in the mix right now. Fees is going to be $100, so I'm just going to be marketing and smashing market in, market out. That is the point of this specific video series, we'll call it. This is the 10x Degen market in, market out life. Putting out good content for you out there in the mix. It's basically the new Sato, the new Sato channel. You know, you can see me just like this. When I lose a trade, I'm like, oh, legends. To be honest, like Sato is too emotional. Like even him losing a trade, he's like that, upset. It's like, why are you upset? Like you know the risk, you know the trade. It's defined by the moment you start. Yeah, so I'm not going to do 100x leverage, guys, on this. It's a 10x leverage account. We're doing maximum 10x because I don't want to do 100x because, firstly, it's going to encourage people to do 100x, and I don't think it's, like, strictly ethical to do that. I wouldn't say ethical because there is a time and a place for 100x, but I would say that we'll keep this account will be 10x. I don't want to be promoting using high leverage people like you guys, because I'm not saying you guys can't handle that, all right? You can't fucking handle that, but I'm saying, come on, legends. I'm going to keep it at 10. It's enough. We're going to pop up a little bit. This is when this trade could probably go underwater, I think. Because I do think that this area up here, this area of resistance, is what's going to get tagged. Long to short ratio. Let's have a look where we're at. We should be probably still net long. Let's have a little look here at the net longs. Yeah, 59%. So I do think we're going to come up a little bit into this. This is when the trade will go underwater. We'll see how far this gets. If it fails to get, on the micro time scale, it fails to break this and then just does something like this and then goes C on the flippers, then we know that it's pretty weak. But I actually do think we're going to come up into this zone before it has a more significant dumperuniente in the mix, because that's how it happens. It's not usually one go. You might get a few attempts at pushing up. You can see it pushed up multiple times. Just generally speaking, that's what the market does. It's usually not just one spike. You get a couple of retests. But we'll see. I think it's a logical SR trade here. Give me your best MDX algo pitch. I'm going to be selling it like my adverts. To be completely fair to you, mate, I would just give it a go. We have 50% off, and I can tell you one thing. There is no way you're going to be disappointed by what's in the whole platform. The indicators you can see are here. I've got them live on the screen, okay? These are the indicators that help you trade. We have 7 professional coaches which do live coaching sessions every single week. We've got the VIP traders community where you can go and talk to people, go into the banter bar, go and chill out on the Bitcoin section, talk about charts. I post all of my positions in there as well, in terms of I post things like altcoins I like. I post things like what I'm buying if I'm going to look for shorts. We've also got the Academy coming. That'll be on the 7th of May, I think. Sorry, the 7th of May. Fuck yeah, it's coming quick. The 7th of May, it should be live around that time. And then you're going to have access to a full 25 lesson trading course, which me and one of my trading colleagues has done. So you get 25 lessons. And then also you get other coaches will record videos and update them every single week. So you have an archive. We're going to call it the YouTube of freaking trading. And you have lots of different content going in there. And then we also have our trading bots you can use, and the trading applications coming soon. So in terms of the group, that's the group there. The traders bot, we're going to have a new application so you can trade with us. But guys, it's ridiculously good, deal right now. It's 50% off. Just go to mdxalgo.com and have a look and use these. These indicators will plot on all the support and resistance. You can actually do a lot more with these indicators as well. But ultimately, yeah, it's a pretty good thing. And guys, if you create a new account to Bybit, okay, with the link on this video, so go below and make an account with Bybit, you will be able to, in a few weeks, claim back a month of your MDX algo subscription. So literally, you're going to be getting your month free anyway, okay? All you got to do is make an account, use the account. I think you deposit like $100, you're going to get back another load of withdrawable funds. This is not a joke. This is withdrawable money. So Bybit will send you withdrawable funds to fund the first month of MDX algo. Simple as that. And I think they'll give you $1,000 to trade in for there's a trading bonus and a withdrawable bonus. We're offering a withdrawable bonus. So that means you can actually withdraw it if you wanted to. But most people who are going to be trading are going to come in, get their first month back from MDX algo, then use that money to trade with, because ultimately you're going to buy MDX algo to trade with. So get a Bybit account, guys, with the link on this video. If you already have an account and you use my link, you'll be fine, because at any point, if you used my link to make your account and you put the ID number in, you'll be able to claim it back. So we've got a TP signature, guys, here on the 1 hour. We'll see if this fails. I think it could come up a little bit on the 1 minute. And we'll see what happens here. And then we've got this wick here. I think it will push in a little bit higher. There's a lot of movement in one day. We haven't even really finished the day yet. The daily's still moving up. But it's a lot of movement in a short period of time. Momentum on the hourly. Let's have a look at the 4 hour on this. It might be in the middle, actually. I think I looked at it. Yeah, so it's just coming up into overbought. Still got a little bit of time to go. Daily as well is probably going to be in the middle. Hello, baby. So in the middle on the daily. So it could push up higher. And I'm prepared for that scenario anyway, because if it happens, I'll just get stopped out. And that's absolutely fine. Because I've still got my longs open. You can see, guys, you actually have these arrows on the indicator. So it says buy or sell or buy. You can see here that last buy signal. Absolutely gorgeous buy signal right there, legends, all the way up. Could have taken that, simple as that. And look, an orange dot here as well, which signals a bullish divergence. So it's very, very powerful, these indicators, in terms of allowing you to get multiple things which you can look at to give you an edge. I think we're going to come into resistance. And by the way, this resistance areas are all drawn on by MDX Algo as well. It's all done for you, legends. It basically trades for you. Guys, 250, 275 people watching. Hit that like button. Desecration is key. You know what to do. Tell me in the chat as well. Are you long or are you short? I'll ask the community right now. Whoa, what happened there, legends? Flipping it out. Yeah, that's basically my desktop. Okay, headphones, yeah. Let me quickly fire this up for you guys. Get rid of that on that screen. It's pissing me off. Let me fire this up for you. So I can do a poll, I think, in here. Engage with your audience. Start a Q&A. Start a poll. What are you? Actually, fuck it. Why am I doing a poll? Just tell me in the chat, are you long or short? So obviously you guys know I've got a short open right now. I think we're going to push up now. Okay, guys, this is where I think we're going to get the move up. And we'll see if it can get above that region. Shorts, both long and short. Well, technically I am long and short as well as a head short, but right as of now on this specific video, I'm short. I'm he, she, him, or her. I'm he, she, him, her. No, it's actually I'm he, they, she, they, P. You know what? With these gender fluid fucking people, you know, and all this, like, I'm going to call myself a billion different names and I'm going to change what I am every hour. I'm just going to start calling them it. Because there's a genuinely, the correct grammatic way to identify someone which you don't know or what that is. You just call it it. Because that's the only way I can. If you're going to keep telling me you're changing every month, I'm just going to default to it. Because you are it. I don't know what you are, so you can't fucking force me to call you this shit. Like, why are you forcing me? I don't want to be forced. Like, stop trying to encroach on my freedom for your own feelings. Fuck off. Yep, so let's see what we get on the 1 minute here. It just looks like it potentially could be this in terms of, you know, back down and then continuation up. And we'll see what we get now if people want to come in. And this is the level ready to break above. We've seen it as resistance. And if we do come up to it, I got my stop loss set, so we'll see what happens. I remember your drunk racist rant. What are you doing, babe? Sorry, yeah. I will tell you right now that there has never been a day on this channel, even if I'm drunk, where I've been racist. Ever. I'm not a racist human being. There is not a racist thing in my body. You know, just talking about different issues about black and white and frickin' Indian or not, or frickin' yellow, Chinese, blue, black, whatever you want to say. Just talking about these topics doesn't mean you're racist. You're allowed to speak about, like, black people. It doesn't mean I'm racist for saying shit. Doesn't even actually mean you're racist if you say racist words. It's just a fucking word. Like, just because you said a racist word doesn't mean you are automatically now a racist. It's just ridiculous. Like, doesn't make any sense. Like, if a black guy says, "Oh, you're a white piece of trash," does that automatically mean now he is just deemed as racist? No, not really. Not most of the time. It could just be a joke. But if, like, black people say stuff about white people all the time, white people say stuff about black people all the time, but a lot of the time they're just friends, but they're just having a joke. No one's got any freedom to say anything without being labeled something. Just absolute bollocks. MDX Crypto, how many genders are there? Fucking hell, legends. Fucking hell. 2 genders, legends. Male and female. That is it. Like every other animal, male and female. It's the same shizzer, legends. Bro, you were wrong. You said it goes down from 27k because not enough longs, lol. No, legends. Look at my tweets. The thing is, I do tweets sometimes, which are quite confusing. People don't understand them. But my ideas were that I think we come down to about 28. We went a little bit lower than that. And then we move back up, and then we see resistance here, and that's why I'm short. So you need to, like, look at the nuance in the tweet and just understand what I'm trying to say there. But guys, like I said, I don't die with my predictions anyway. I don't care. Like, the only reason I'm shorting this now is because I have a massive long from 20,000. I'm like 550k up from 20. So if I short now, potentially we could get a lower high. If we don't get it, I get stopped out and I lose 20, a little bit less than 20 actually, probably about 15k, 12 to 15k. Someone said 12. So I'll lose like 12, 15k on that trade. I'm already 550 up and still got that long open. So it's going to cover it on the way back up. I'll take a loss on that, but it'll just be coming off what I've already made from my longs and my spot exposure. So I just think this is a good risk to reward trade. You can see my stop loss is above the highs. We have the take profit down here. And this channel specifically is aimed at those 10x leveragey stuff. This is not a way to trade the market like 100%. This is me putting on as much, exposure at each point just to get the views coming in. But like, ideally what I'd like to do is ladder into the short and then ladder out. But for this, I'm putting a lot of money in at one spot. There's another cats everywhere, and then just playing it. I am the new Sato. I want to get stopped out and lose money on this trade, so then I can be like, and then everyone can fucking meme it. People are too sensitive. It's because they're socialists. I think all this like he, she, they, and you must call me this, and you can't hurt my feelings things. I think it's just an extremist extension of socialism, because socialism is all about not owning anything and everyone. Socialism is an enforcement ideology where you enforce people to do things they don't want to, and that you share everything. And that means that if everything's shared, then you can't own anything, which means you have no say on anything, and it means that everyone should be on some weird equitable playing field. Own nothing and be happy. So I just think it's an extremist extension of socialism. And with capitalism, it means that you have private ownership and voluntary exchange. So with free market capitalism, you can only give someone something if you want to, and you always own your own things that you paid for. So that means that you have ultimate freedom. But socialism is the other way around, that they enforce things from you. Like they force you to give you money for tax, and then they share everything that you work for with everybody else. So there's no reason to have an incentive to own your own things, because they will just be shared equally between everybody. And that whole idea, I think, pushes people into an idea that, okay, well, if everything's shared, everyone's on a level playing field, that means that you must now appropriately call me this. And then you're basically enforcing people to do more things for you. Because that's what people do in socialism. They're just forcing you to give them something so they can do something. So I just disagree with that. Disagree with the whole notion. But anyway, let's keep it lighthearted, legends. It's a nice sunny day. We'll let the trade play out. I might have to eat something though in a minute, so I might have to go. I'll probably just leave the trade open, like Sato does. I'm the new Sato, legends. Saw someone playing Pharaoh, a new era, and thought of you, brother. Mate, that game is sick. That's like one of the best games ever, man. Pharaoh. I think it's called The Lost Year. No, a new era. I think it's called The Lost Era or something. I don't know. But anyway, Pharaoh, where you build an Egyptian empire. There was another one called Odyssey as well. And there was one called Caesar. Those games, legends. Just good, hearty, deep. The fuck? Deep? What the? No. What? No, the game was actually quite... Okay. A simple algorithm, which was very, very fun. We just got a pump it signature from someone. So someone just bought 3 mil. Someone just bought 3 mil there. Please just nuke now. Please just nuke. Someone just bought 3 mil there. I don't think so. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But yeah, so very simple algorithm in the game, but very rewarding in its simplicity. So like, you build a house. You put a bazaar next to the house. The house then grows bigger because it has food from the bazaar. Then you put water by it, and then it grows because it has water. Then you put a stadium there, and it has a very simple algorithm, which is very rewarding, and it's fun because the buildings look cool. So it's Egyptian stuff. I love it when people are just like out there saying, yeah, you're gonna get it wrong, you're gonna get nuked. Yeah, I might get nuked, guys. At the end of the day, this could go high, this could go low. I think the probability is that me taking this position is worth it. That's why I'm in the position. At the end of the day, I have a long from $20,000, which is up about $500,000, $550,000. So if we go to my stop loss and I get stopped, I'll lose about 15k, and I still have my long exposure open. So this is me, in essence, hedging short against that, and I am prepared to take that loss under anticipation of potentially this being a lower high, and then we could see 25k. That's where my take profit is, but we'll see. This is Tippins for me. This is not a big account. Like, at the end of the day, I trade position sizes like this on lower leverage. This account is specifically aimed at the Degen life. Come on, legends. This is specifically aimed at this whole entire channel, is to be high leverage on Bybit and getting those lovely juicy frickin' positions in where whether it's a win or a loss, it's still good to watch. You were up 1.7 mil at one point. Didn't you want to take half? It might go 12k. Exactly. If we go 12k on one candle from here, I'll be very, very pleased. I actually do think we're going to come up into this region here a little bit higher. We could even tag my stop loss, guys. It could even happen. But I do think we could come up into this and see this fanny around a little bit. But ultimately, I do think that this is a good risk to reward trade to coming into this region and then coming back down for that lower high scenario. And that's what I'm basically betting on right now, guys. I do think this could end up being a lower high, looking at everything I'm looking at. So it's just one trade, guys. You know, you win trades, you lose trades. I have some absolutely phenomenal wins in my career. I've had some absolutely shocking losses as well. The good thing is about the way I trade now is that I always have a defined stop. So there's no way I can lose more than $12,000 on this trade. So, like, it doesn't really make a difference to my net portfolio size. If you equate my crypto portfolio, my gold, US dollars right now, and then potentially businesses. So, you know, $12,000 isn't the worst in the world. But, losing 12K for potentially going down to $25,000, which would be a $50,000 gain, almost 35, something like that. And then having the ability to short against my spot and short against my long from 20. You guys know on my Twitter, I'm up like 500k on that long. So this kind of stuff is what you really want to be looking at. Yeah, I'm short with casino money. My big bags pump. Thing is, my spot exposure, went up to tens of millions of dollars when we went to $69,000 per Bitcoin. So you got to remember that when I was hedging short at 48, I never really sold any at spot. I just had shorts. I actually sold a whole load of altcoins and used that cash to then rebuy. Because if you're in cash, essentially, like if you think about it this way, guys, if you're in USDT, if you're in USDT, okay, it's pretty much a short because like where's the USDT gonna go? Are you really gonna put it back into your bank and then buy something else, like a house with it? No, probably not. Like USDT is on the sidelines for one reason, and it's to buy more Bitcoin or altcoins, essentially. They're not. You can use USDT to do transactions and stuff and pay for things, but ultimately, in the way I look at it, if you're holding a lot of US dollars, you're short because you're going to eventually put that back into Bitcoin. So when I sell $500,000 worth of alts and I wait for this to go down, I look at that as a short, like this. This is in essence a short in itself. Can we nuke, please? I think it's gonna find a higher low here, and then it's gonna go up. Now we're gonna break. I think we could even see it come and actually break out. Let me have a look. Okay, it depends on if we lose this low here. If we lose that, we're going to go all the way down to here, and then I'll probably take a little bit of. I'll take what I put on off. I take off what I put on in terms of the risk. If we don't, I'll just get stopped out. But I think this level here is really important. If we lose that, we'll go lower. But we'll see what happens. We have some TP signatures here, overbought. Yeah, I don't think it's the top just yet. So I do think this will go underwater, which is fine. And I have a nice little bit of wiggle room to go underwater on this. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. But then we'll see if we can get that. If this does actually end up being the lower high we're looking for. And then we can see what happens to the trade. Guys, subscribe to go in the chat as well, guys. What country are you watching for? Tell me what country you're watching for. I'd love to know which country you're looking for. Also, check out the sponsor to this video, Bybit. The link is in the pinned message, and also in the description. You can get like tens of thousands of dollars of trading bonuses. And also, guys, if you use the link on this video to sign up to Bybit, you will be able to get a month back into your Bybit account of withdrawable funds. You'll be able to get the first month back into your account. So you basically get, just by making an account with Bybit, you get your first month of subscription back from MDX Algo. That's coming in a few weeks. That'll be ready. So if you already have an account and you use my link, fine. You can enter the ID number into our website soon. If you know that you haven't, just use the link. You can actually check. You know, I'd say this: make an account anyway, but then use your UID number, your ID number, into the website soon. You can check if it's under my link, and then we'll know. Yeah, but then we'll send it to you automatically. India, what's up, legends? I'm streaming at a slightly different time right now. It's like 6 p.m. here, so. England. What time is it in England? 4? 4 o'clock right now. Let me just quickly check the times on MDX Algo. So London right now is 4 o'clock, yeah. Dubai 7. I've just got these nicely lined up so you can kind of get an idea of everything. Let's have a look at those. Are we getting more longs coming in? I want to see longs piling in. So then we can nuke the longies. Yeah, I do think we're going to get a pop above this. So if this comes and makes a higher low here, I think it's going to pop up, okay? We're probably going to get another candle into this area. I can't even see anything right now because of the screen. If this comes down here and then we get a higher low, I think this will pop back up. Some sort of broadening wedge formation. You can see it quite nicely. It's kind of like this. If it comes into here, it holds here. That will likely do that on the short term, guys. That will what I think will happen on the lower time frames. If you lose here like that and then continue, then we could be looking at maybe something like this for a longer term time frame. But I think it will come down to about here. So that's the level to hold, really. And we'll see if we get the... I would obviously be better if it goes down because I'll make money on the trade, but doesn't matter. Yeah, Belgium, what's up? Guys, also hit the like button as well. We've got like 333 people in here, and we don't have 333 likes. So, like, if you haven't liked the video, you know, like, hit me with some dopamine, hit me with some good shit. There's no real point, or there's no real reason not to, man. You know, if you all hit the like button, you get more people in the chat as well. Also, hit the subscribe button, guys, to get in the chat and tell me what's crack-a-lacking. Tell me if you're long or short on the market right now. Are you long or are you short? Tell me what's going off. When dump, sir? Don't know. I think this general area will hold, you know, true to being resistance, but we'll see. I do think we're going to go up a bit before we go down. I do think I'm going to go underwater on this trade. Long Abu Dhabi. Nice. Yeah, what time is it in the country you're in? So write which country you're in and the time. Yeah, nice. Also, guys, I had a question before about this. So Bybit, you can trade on it outside of the US. But if you want to trade inside of the US, get OKX because they don't ask for KYC or they don't ask for very, very specific KYC. So they actually only ask you to put your name, address, and age or something, and you don't have to put an ID card in. So OKX is a link in the description. Check them out. Use the link as well to get access to my trading bot. You need to use the link below to get access to my trading bot. And for Bybit, if you use the link to Bybit to sign up, make an account, you will get your first month of MDX Algo back for free. We need to set that up, so that will be done in about 2 weeks, but I'm just getting you guys warmed up for what's coming. I think we might be breaking down a bit. I could actually make it so there's 2 screens on here. Can you do it on... I think you need Pro. I haven't got Pro on this account. I got Pro on this account, though. Can we dump, please, sir? Can we dump? Dump it! Dump it! From Pakistan, time is 8 p.m. right now. Nice. Short now, thank me later. That's what they all say. I think I'm going to have to eat soon as well. I think... Babu, are you cooking some food? Ah, what time do you think we'll be ready to eat? Okay. What's that? So this pump is set up for an upcoming rate hike next week. MDXR Crypto, what's up? I've recently sold my house to buy Bitcoin. Nice. So I'm sitting on a load of cash and a load of BTC, ETH, QNT spot. Would you convert all to you and use a BTC debit card? For me, mate, like I haven't been in Great British Pounds for 7 years. Like I really am not part of the Great British Pound, even though I'm British, because I just knew that the GDP in terms of the GBP, Great British Pounds, are a super, super bad place to be. You might as well be in dollars, you know, or euros even. Great British Pounds are very, very losing a lot of their purchasing power. Oh, there's a cat in the house, babe. There's a cat in the house. He ran into the house. He's in the kitchen. The cat's in the kitchen. It's not our cat. The fuck's he doing in here, bro? Nah. It's running in here, bro. It's my house, yo. What the fuck? Get out. Shit. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so I haven't been in Great British Pounds for a long time. I completely got out of that market. If I'm ever in any cash, it's US dollars. You know, for me, like this is how it looks to me. I think Bitcoin is the one which is going to go first. I think Bitcoin's going to do very, very well. I think Bitcoin's the one which is going to go into the bull market first. All the money goes into Bitcoin first, and then it goes into medium caps and then into micro caps, and it's almost like a Mexican wave. So the money goes to Bitcoin first, and then it Mexican waves down through the altcoins, okay, depending on medium or low caps. And I just think Bitcoin is always the winner first, and I'm 75% in Bitcoin. I think if you have got some cash on the side, which is a decent amount, I would say that it's probably better to hold assets which retain purchasing power over long periods of time. I think gold's a good example, and I think Bitcoin is a good example. So I think it's probably better to look at those in terms of a long-term hold, so investing in it. And then if you're going to invest in Bitcoin, I would just say do this, which is what I do. I buy Bitcoin with a DCA strategy, and then I look to short Bitcoin at certain levels. And what I do is I put money into an exchange like Bybit, and I use their tools like 10x leverage. So I only need to have 1/10 of the money to get the same exposure to short my portfolio. So that's how I kind of look at it. But we're getting a little pop-up now, guys. Like I said before, I do think this is going to move higher. I think we could see this actually go up above these highs. And then we'll see if we get into this resistance area here. And if we come up to here like that, then we could see it come down a bit lower. But I do think this trade will go underwater before it makes profit. And at the end of the day, I could get stopped out. So we have to keep an eye on that as well. But I do think this will keep going. And we will see what happens on the short term. I think they're probably one more hourly candle really pushing up into this. It could even tag the highs, if they really wanted to be, squeeze it out, and then stops would get hit, and that's where one of my stops are as well. But I'm more than happy to get stopped out on the trade and then reevaluate it, see if it breaks down, and then reshort later. Just wait for some more confirmation on it. It's only I'll only lose 14k on this. Obviously, in terms of my whole portfolio, it's nothing. So I'm more than happy to hedge against my longs and my spot exposure. Yeah, my bot does agree with me. We can actually check the bot. You can go onto the hourly time frame on here, and you can check the bot, the buy and sell signals. It should very likely be bought. Yeah, it bought here. So this is the logical place it would have bought. The trading bot bought here, and you can see that actually, obviously, it's in a big profit right now. The trade, if it comes back down, this green line will move up, and then it'll get stopped out. But the bot went long here, so yeah, the bot is long. In terms of this is going against my actual trade right now, but it's long from where it was supposed to get long, and it will flip short when it's appropriate for this specific algorithm to flip short. But this is not like me. This does not trade like how I'm trading right now. It's not doing the same type of thing. So it's a completely different way of, where am I? 12 hours. It's a completely different way of trading the market. What it is actually doing, that indicator, it's a medium to long-term swing trading. Sorry, not an indicator. It's a medium to long-term swing trading bot. So it's not going to get the tops or the bottoms or anything like that, or even 20% of the top or the bottom. It's going to play the more medium to long-term swings. It's going to lose money in ranges and make a lot of money in swings. And you don't want to be using that for this specific strategy, which is trying to sell into resistance, okay? Like I said, I think this is going to come up a bit higher. I think actually we'll probably break the high. We've got some wedge formation you can see playing out like this, okay? So it's actually got something like that, and then like this, maybe even like that. But it's something happening like this. And I do think this will break out. Maybe it comes back to the mid zone there. If it comes to the mid zone there, then it's going to likely fly up on the short term on the 1 minute, okay? And then this trade will go underwater, but I'm prepared for it to go underwater because this is the real area of resistance I want to look at. And then we'll see what happens to the trade. I want to keep it a little bit above the highs. Let me just make sure exactly where we've got it. Yeah, just so it's not on the exact wick. I want to keep it a little bit higher than the highs on the Degen account. And we'll see what happens to the trader Uniente, baby. Yeah, so good morning, crypto. You appear to be walking... To be a walking contradiction. A walking contradiction. Your name is Good Morning Crypto. That would be pretty weird if you're perma bear. So you're talking to Good Morning Crypto. I don't see Good Morning Crypto in the chat anywhere. Oh yeah, good morning. Okay. Crypto is gone. Volume is low to hold up the pump. Do you think 14K is still on the cards on the macro? Yes, I do think 14K can happen. Yes, I do think it can happen. I don't think it will happen in the next 3 months. I think 14K could happen when we see a systemic problem in traditional equity and broader, traditional markets. Like I think there's going to be a crash at the end of the year, about October, maybe a bit earlier, where we see an inverted yield. We've already seen the inverted yield between 10 and 30-year treasury, so that means that you're more incentivized right now to buy a 10-year than a 30-year. It makes no sense. Obviously, the longer you put money to work or the longer you loan money out or you give money to someone as a bond, a treasury, in this case, it's the US government, if you do a longer amount of time, you should get a higher yield. But at the moment, you're not. You're getting more of a high yield on 10-year. So that's happening right now, just coming out of that, actually. And then you've got this dynamic where you can see a problem with interest rates, where we see a correlation between when the Federal Reserve bring down interest rates. We usually see traditional equity markets and indice markets fall, okay? And I think that's going to have an effect on Bitcoin. I do think it's going to have an effect on Bitcoin. I think it's going to happen at some point this year. I do think 14K can happen because of it. And ultimately, it's not something I'm trying to say a specific time frame. I just think that it is possible for it to happen, which means that I will always keep it in my eyes, but on my radar. But the thing is with it, when it happens is when it happens, and I will be prepared for it because I will trade the technicals. I will look at the technicals, and I will be potentially in a position to get in before it happens, because I guarantee you right now, before the COVID crash, legends, you could have got short before it happened. The Bitcoin went down for multiple months before the COVID crash, okay? So you would have been short anyway. Simple as that. The same thing will happen for a crash at the end of this year, most likely. You'll be able to get into the position before it happens. And I actually, in my trading course, I actually go into extensive detail in this. In one of my lessons, I actually speak about how, the reason we use technical analysis before fundamental analysis is because with technical analysis, you can be an investor and a trader. But with fundamental analysis, you can only be an investor. So what I speak about is why it's important to just look at price action. And we'll get into the right position anyway. Right, so if this gets a lower high, I think it's going to come up. And I got to eat anyway in a minute, so I could see if we can take this off. Hey, bro, why short? Because of the consecutive green candles. That is a very primitive way of looking at this short. But ultimately, this is a Degen account. I'm just doing this for, the viewer's sake. But the reason I'm shorting here is because I do think there's a potential chance that we get a lower high. I'm long from $20,000. I have a trade open, which has got $550,000 long. I have spot exposure as well. I bought down there. So I've got a big long at 20. I do think there's a potential chance we get a lower high here. So what I'm doing is I'm betting on that. And I'm logically coming up with a solution where I say, okay, look, I'll short here. My stop loss will mean I'll lose $12,000 to $15,000. But if we do hit the lower high scenario, then we could likely go to 25. So we can see the lines on the chart, right? And then if I lose 14K, Bitcoin would have already rallied as well. So that means it has to rally to get there. So my longs from 20 will cover it. If I lose 14K, that's basically me in essence losing 14K of profit, because when I short now, I'm in essence taking $250,000 profit. but I'm not going to let the whole trade run. So it's a hedge short against my long, and I think it's just a logical SR level to go for. So that's why I'm in this trade, legends. Let's have a look where we're at. It's probably going to go underwater now. I think this could be where, if it fails here and comes down, then fine. But I think there could be. I think it is going to get here again. If it loses this low, then it will likely come down to about 29 again. But this level here, if it holds, which I think it will, we're going to come up to the here again, I think. Actually, it looks like it's beginning to S-curve up right now. And then I think if it does come down to here, we're gonna hold this low on the 1 minute. If we get a higher low, then I think it's very likely we get it, even if we don't get it now, okay? That is the trade. Max, how often you gonna be doing this degenerate streams? I'm only doing them like probably a couple times a week, maybe. And in the bull market, I'm gonna do them the whole time. I'm gonna be blasting them the whole time. I can smell food, babe. Bubble. Headphones. Thanks for the response, but regarding that, if the halving is coming up by the end of the year, isn't there usually a massive pump? Yeah, so Eve, this is what you have to really take into context, okay, and understand what I'm saying here. I'm saying that there could be a short-term crash at the end of the year because of some sort of macro event, a black swan, but it doesn't mean that we still won't get a pump, because the short-term crash will probably take us very low, but I think it'll be short-lived, and I think it will be a buying opportunity. Looking at the long-term prospect of what Bitcoin's been doing over multiple years is generally uptrending, okay? So if we get a sharp move to the downside, similar way if you get a sharp move to the upside, you look to take profit. If you get a sharp move to the downside, you look to buy, get in, because it's come down very quickly in a short period of time. So the RSI and all these indicators are going to show you that the market is oversold. So I think it's going to be a buying opportunity if we get it. I think you could take that opportunity. Are we ever going to see 20K again? I think it's possible. Yeah, I do think it's possible to see it again. I just don't think that it's going to be sustained below 20K for a long period of time. But I do think 20K can happen. Like I said before, I do think that there's going to be some sort of event towards the end of the year, which is going to affect markets on a macro scale. Okay. MDX crypto is the 50% off the algo just for 1 month. Yeah, so 50% off is for the first month. If you want to get 15% off forever, just use the normal link. So don't type in MDX50. MDX50 gets you half price your first month, but if you want to get 15% off the whole entire time, just don't use the link because you get 15% off every single time. And also, if you make a Bybit account with my link, you will also be able to claim back your first month as well. So there's a lot of different ways you can get an account for a good price. Showing the paper trading account, lol. This is real money. This is my real freaking money on this Degen account. We put $50,000 into this account. We are going to be trading this Degen style 10x. Not going to do 100x. I think it's pretty immoral to be doing that. We're going to be trading this account. It's going to be Degen trading, high leverage. We're going to be lower time frames, 1 minute, the whole entire thing. I'm going to blast through it. This is a real live account with real freaking money. Like this is not a paper account. You can see actually by the way it's set up in the account we're in with the assets. You can see it's literally in there. Like how much have we got now? 52 for. Yeah, legends. I want to see this. If it comes back down here into this area, I'm waiting for a higher low, okay? Yeah, I've got a $550,000 open long. Sorry, it's in $550,000 profit, okay? That long, okay? So that's like a lot of spot portfolio and some longs on some exchanges. And this is in essence is a hedge short, because I do think there's a probability that we find a lower high here. Do you think 31K is the high of the year? Dude, this guy is literally adamant that it's a fake account. It's a real account. It's bybit.com/trade/USDT/BTCUSD. These fucking haters, man. They just can't help the fact that you're poor and I'm rich. I am fucking rich and you are fucking poor. You just can't get over the fact. All these guys laughing at these predictions I do. Just Uno Max. You are poor, bro. You're just jealous that I can put big positions on. Simple as that. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Well, I'm telling you right now, my friend. This is my real fucking money. And it's on the line right now. It's just that I have a defined stop loss, so I'm calm. And every single trade I go into, I have a defined stop. The URL is hidden. Oh, fucking hell. I don't know how to show this. I'll just do a screenshot or something. It's because the camera isn't on it. It just says... How am I going to show this? Okay, I don't want to put the link in the chat. Dude, why am I even trying to prove to this motherfucker? It's literally the Bybit, my Bybit account. It's my Bybit account. Fuck's sake. No, I love it. I love the trolls. The trolls make it all worth it because if you haven't got a lot of trolls, are we breaking down now? Come on, let's go lower high. If you haven't got a lot of trolls and a lot of haters, it just means you're not doing something right. Go for chicken tikka masala. My babu's showing me 2 pots of different food. Yeah, so basically, you're not doing something right if you haven't got the haters in there, which is fine. Which altcoins will make me rich? I think Ultra's one of my biggest like altcoin holds. I think it will make me rich. I think it already has in its own right done pretty well. I don't know what you define as rich. You know, $1 million might be rich to you, $1,000 might be rich to you, $100,000 might be. I don't know what that means, but I would say that, you know, for me to feel like I am rich, like the king of richness, you know, the idea of rich in my mind is probably going to be something like $10 million. So that's like rich. It's like I am rich. So if I made $10 million of Ultra, it'd be good. I actually have done very well on Ultra anyway, because I got in so early, but I think Ultra is probably quite good. I think it's a pretty good one to get into. There's a good question here. So, hey MDX, for hedge trades, do you decide to take hedged trades, or do you decide to take a hedge trade when it makes sense to you on a particular point in time, or have you got or have big positions from both sides? It's a good question. There is in trading in general, there are specific iterations or areas or things in trading which have a specific nuance to them. It's not always exactly perfect, okay? And a good example of this is this, okay? You can have a strategy or a system which you look at, say, 11 different metrics, okay? And you look at them every single day. Or you could have an automated strategy which is looking at the same things. But sometimes there is a way to look at the market in a different light through experience. And for me, this specific setup here is not really going by my main system process. Generally speaking, a lot of things are lining up in the right direction. But if I was going to really do this, I'd probably take a little bit more time and scale into this short. I'm doing this because of the video, really. This is more of a video short, if you like, okay? I still do think, though, that it's plausible for me to say to myself that if the market is rallying up quickly, we're overbought on some specific indicators, I do think there's a probability that we're going to see a lower high, okay? If I'm long from 20 and we've moved up, this is like typical fucking TA, like on its head. If we're coming up into resistance, right, and you have this high here and we've had a big sell-off, it's likely that we're going to, you know, at least get something, okay? So that's what I'm looking at. I've taken the short a bit earlier. I probably would have taken it a little bit into this area of resistance here. But ultimately, I do think there could be a lower high scenario, okay? This wick's here. This is the high. You know, I think that's plausible. And I think looking at my position open from 20, that's why I took this position. And also I took it because this specific video series is going to be about taking high leverage longs on Bybit, right? So that's kind of what we're doing here. I saw Sato. I've seen other channels blow up because of it. So I thought, why not fucking just start doing it? Because I always thought it wasn't ultimately that, you know, it's not actually that educational, or it doesn't actually create much value doing this. You know, opening up an account and putting a big position on, it's not really doing anyone any favors. You're just looking at a position open and being like, wow, is he going to get wrecked or not? That's kind of what happens. So my content's usually based on stuff about which is real. I can talk about trading, entries, what the setup looks like, you know, but the market, you guys like to see this kind of stuff, so I thought I'd just do it. And then obviously, you know, put on some of the TA stuff on top of it. But there are specific nuances which come with experience in trading. What you want to do most of the time is relieve as much subjectivity as possible and be as objective as possible. So have a system, a strategy which you do, a system which you know has been good for a long period of time. And then you look at your curve of your P&L on your accounts. And if your curve, your P&L curve and your equity curve is rising, you know you're doing something right. If you know you're doing something wrong, it's going to be coming back down. Okay, you're going to be losing money sustained. So the idea is you really want to keep an eye on, okay, look, there's that you want to keep an eye on being objective, but there are specific iterations and areas which you could say to yourself, okay, look, I'm going to take this because of my experience, and that's fine. And I would say that the best traders in the world are the ones who have the ability to be completely objective, but then also know when to use their experience on the market. And that is ultimately what determines, you know, the best from average to the best are the ones who have the ability to take their experience and use it wisely, and also be able to shift into a new market environment very smoothly without having a big, horrible time in between where they get wrecked many, many, many times. Being able to identify when your strategy is not working anymore and then moving into that strategy with a very good, executed, good plan to get there. That's what really determines a good trader from a bad trader. And a lot of traders lose, but you know, ultimately the good traders are the ones which can do that consistently without emotions and be very, very robotic in its nature, doing that almost like doing it like a robot. So let's just see if we come down to here. It is tempting to kind of take this off because if we do come down to here and we find a higher low, even here, I do actually think it's going to break out, and it could just be an instance for me with this short. You know, you just cut it out, you know, at a little bit of profit, and then just wait for it to go higher, and then reshort again, and that probably will be something that I'd look at to do, not just yet, but ultimately I'm going to eat some food in a minute. So what I would do is, in this specific example, is you got the trade open. I could just leave this, let it run, everybody watch it. We could go underwater, all this kind of shit. Or you could just say to yourself, look, the probability is it's probably going to go a lot higher now, actually, because we've found a higher low and it looks pretty good. And then when you hit a certain level, you just get stopped out of break even, and then you just rinse and repeat the strategy again. You take the next leg higher, you reshort, you look at the positions, you get your stop in, and you just keep recycling that shit over and over again. Is it ready now? 10 minutes? Okay, yeah, I'll come to you in 10 minutes. Yeah, cool. Is the guy still banging on about the URL? Oh, God. Okay, let's get the URL for him because I just want to fucking prove him wrong. Right, I'm just going to post the URL. I've done nothing. I've just copied, right? I've just copied, and now I'm going to paste. There you go, dude. There's the URL. That's exactly the URL I just copied and pasted. Now I'm going to delete it so everyone doesn't click it. And then what you can do is go and use the link at the top to go to Bybit. What I want to do is I want you guys to sign up to Bybit with my link because they're my sponsor. That was the thing you... Fucking hell. There's the URL. Oh, this guy. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not fucking... Just leave. Just leave. Just go, bro. Like, at least I know I'm doing something right. All right, let's kick him. I'm sorry, Umu Max. You're gone, brother. How do we get rid of this dude? Unu Max. Why are you so salty about me having a position on an open position? Like, it's insane. I don't even know how to kick. I'm looking at it. I was gonna do it. I don't even know how. Yeah, why are you so salty, bro? Just chill. I know that you're a poor scrub and you like emus, even though emus are good dogs, but you're an emo maxi. You're a Shiba Emu and you're a fucking Dogecoin maxi. And I know you've got wrecked and you've lost everything, but just leave a brother out. Just leave me out. I posted the URL for you, man. Thanks for the free MDX. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All good, brother. If you win an account, you win an account. So thanks for the free copy of MDX Algo. All good, brother. If you win an account, you win an account. Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm just hedging short here from a previous long, okay? But I'm going to go eat in a second anyway. It's funny, like, everyone just expects, like, if someone's shorting, because everyone's a perma bull in crypto. Everyone's a perma bull. So they look at a short, they're like, oh, why? What did you miss something? Guys, look at my Twitter. I'm long from 20. I've been buying spot from the beginning of time. From $16,500, I was buying spot. If you actually go on my Twitter and watch a video of me explaining this year, I actually do a prediction video where I explain what I think is going to happen in January. Sorry, what's going to happen in 2023 in January. I did the prediction in January. So go on my Twitter, scroll down. I did a giveaway video, and you can actually see that I was one of the first people calling for around between $16,500 and $14,000. I was calling for that region being support, macro support, to take us up to $30,000. The market went to 15.8, guys, bang in the middle of that support. Went from 15.8 to 30. It's exactly what I was calling in January. Okay, so check it out on my Twitter. Yeah, I'm not going to kick him because actually it's kind of funny. Like I like him commenting. It just gives me more engagement. the more comments, the better, legends. The more people you piss off, the better. I've kind of come to this realization that obviously I love you guys in the community and you're all legends, but like the guys who get big are the ones who piss people off. Like they say shit which is this crazy, and I'm up for like just tapping into that. The test URL. There's no test URL, brother. You're so salty, bro. It's just you're just a little loser in your bedroom. You can't hack that I'm trading big and you're trading small. It's a shame. It's a real shame. If you want to check the account, use the Bybit link at the top and click that. You can check it out, legend. He's so salty about this account. There is on Bybit demo. This. Okay, if you can go to Bybit demo and create this screen where you have $50,000 in the account. Oh. Geez, MDX Crypto, just give me your login and password. Okay, bro, let me give you a login. Let's go. Of course the trade's real. What are you talking about, legends? I'm not fucking sitting here streaming a fake trade. Like, this is real money. This is a real account. I've set this account up. I said on my previous streams that I'm going to start this video series. So what we're going to do is put a load of money in an account. It's high leverage, high Degen, 10x leverage trading on Bybit. So yeah. All right, I'm just gonna move on. Bro, send me him a donation and see the account increase in real time. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, so I'll get the wallet address. Why no URL? Legends! You actually fucking... Everyone's just absolute cretins. They just, like, it's just people who are just in awe. Guys, I trade hundreds of thousands of dollars for almost a decade. I haven't shown any trades for years. I've shown a few trades on Twitter though. I showed the profit from my long from 20. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, I'm just gonna actually show that. I think I can actually do it. Okay, I think I can just click on this. I don't wanna, like, guys, can you see this? Look at the URL. Check out the URL, legends. I think you can see it. Can you see the URL on your screen? If I do Apple Z, it can go away. All right, put that one to bed. Can you see that? You can see it? Wrecked. Fucking hell, legends. I literally created this account, legends. I told you a million fucking times that I'm going to make an account, top up with 50k, and we're going to go and do this fucking shit. Who the fuck do you take me for, legends? Who do you take me for, Ubu? Anyway, I do like the banter. Right, where are we? I think, okay, this is going to go higher. Everyone's going mental. Oh, he's so salty. You're such a salty, old, sad human being. I do love it. You know, I'm not gonna throw you or kick you because I just love it. I just love the banter. It's just one of those things where you're literally telling me something, and I'm like, I'm trading on an account, and you're telling me I'm a liar. It's like the flat earthers, right? You'll literally come up with a super rational explanation for why the world is a globe. It'll be like, the world's a globe, it's circular. Here is a rational, verifiable fact about the world. And they'll look at you and they'll be like, they'll completely listen to what you have to say, and then they'll just say, no, it's not true. It's a lie. I can't see it myself. I can't. And it's like, you're getting to the point now where people can't even look at the reality without saying it's fake. It's so funny that the guy who was saying that it's not a real account is now the guy saying that the earth is fucking flat. Oh, God. I gotta go, Legends. I gotta eat. Is it ready, babe? All right, Legends, I'm going to bounce. I'll be streaming in about an hour, okay? I'll see you on the flippers. You're all legends. I'm going to leave it there. We'll keep an eye on this trade. If we do hold this up, I'm kind of tempted just to take it off at a break-even trade and then just flip it. But we'll see what happens anyway. I got to go eat, and I'll be back probably streaming in a few hours because I've done an early stream today. But guys, hit the like button. If you want to get a free MDX Algo account, use the link above for Bybit. Also, if you don't want to do KYC, get an OKX account. The link is below. Thanks to the channel sponsor, obviously, Bybit, for this exchange. You can see on the screen there, absolute legends. But I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to let it run. I'm going to keep the position open for sure, yeah, but I'm just going to keep an eye on, you know, what's happening in terms of market structure here, because if we do begin to... This to me looks okay at the moment. If we do pop back down, yes, but I think that this looks pretty good if we hold this low for having a pop up, and I could easily just take it off, flip it back on, and then re-short later. I'm coming, babe. I'm coming. All right, legends. I'll see you on the flippers. Hit the like button on the way out. Everyone say to Umu Max, y'all all plebs believe this clown. Shit. This guy. Please come back, though. I don't want to be horrible to you. You're a legend. Come back. Enjoy the fucking circus. And, yeah, let's do it, brother. Okay, guys, I'll see you on the flippers. You're all